Good morning, everyone, and welcome to University of Lincoln's Lincoln International Business School's Opportunities Beyond the Classroom. I'm with some of my fantastic students here today to sort of talk to you about some of the experiences that we have had during our time at the university. So just to introduce myself, my name's Judy Turner. I'm the Global Experiences Manager in the Business School, and I'm really excited today to introduce you to some students who actually will be leaving soon and some students who are actually staying with us for another year. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, Leah.
Hi, I'm Leah and I'm a third year International Tourism Management student here at Lincoln.
And Corinne.
Hi everyone, I'm Corinne Yongpian Cai and I'm from China and I'm studying MSc Event Management at the University of Lincoln, and actually now I have finished all my courses and I start my new job now. Yeah.
And Jacob, if you can hear us. I think we've lost Jacob for a second, but that's fine. We'll carry on and pop back in. Hi Jacob, are you there?
Hi, yeah,
Hi.
I'm here now.
If you'd like to introduce yourself, Jacob.
Yeah, my name is Jacob Diame, and I am a current. I just completed international business masters, and I'm an international student from Ghana.
Excellent. So it's great to have you all today, and really, we just want to have some experiences and talk about some experiences that you've had, and what really has helped you during your time at the university, and really just to let me know and let other people know what's it been like being at the university and taking on those different experiences that you've had outside of the classroom. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about is obviously within the business school, we sort of gear you towards your employability journey. And I know for some of you, that's been something that we've supported. So really, I just wanted to ask and start the conversation on how did we support you with your employability journey? And actually, what have you done within your time at university in regards to your employability? I'm happy to anyone to start.
I think I'll start on this point. To talk about the employability experience that I have gained from the global experience team, the first thing I'll talk about is cross-cultural team building. Because when you look at from the beginning of the sessions with the global experience team, we've learned a lot about how to build cross-cultural team, how to deal with other people from different countries, different backgrounds. And it is one of the essential skills that, the 21st century, we need it right now. Because now as the globe is becoming like a global village where every team, you have a company employing people from different teams. A student with that kind of skills is very sorted for. And, it will help you also to be able to build that communication barrier, build upon, be able to deal with and handle situations, be able to bring up product, with a common understanding, with a common communication background. And for me, one of the most essential things that I've learned from the global experience team is the cross-cultural team building, because I had the opportunity to be dealing with, different people, different background. I quite remember myself and Karen, we've done a lot of things, and it's fantastic. And now Karen can just call me. I can just call her to ask for any help and any assistance. And all this thing is because of the cross-cultural team building that, we're able to get from the global experience team. Yeah.
And I think I do like the way you said the world sort of become a global village, and I think that's such an interesting way to put it. And I think for all of you, I know that you've all had experiences within sort of a diverse working environment, for example. And I think the being in the business school where we are a very diverse group, it really help when you sort of go into the workplace.
Maybe I can say something. Yeah, I think it definitely help. For example, I can give an example. I'm working in a company that many people are from different countries, like from Germany, from UK, and from India, and from US, like different people from different countries. And the experience that I gained from the global society in the business school is absolutely helped me, because during my master's degree, I have joined many events in the global society, such as the Global Village and many Global Week, and like different kinds of activities. I think this from some extent expand my knowledge to different countries, and also I get to know how to communicate with people from different countries. And also in terms of employability, I think during my master's year, there are so many opportunities in the business school, in terms of the including the Global Village and also my program, and also the digital student ambassador group. And I think I catch every opportunity to join the event, which also broaden my horizons in the UK in terms of the industry landscape and different kinds of opportunities. And I remember during the lockdown, I was very struggling to find a job at the time, because I know I don't have enough time. And then so I came to Judy to ask for help, and I said I really want a job or internship or permanent employment now, and could you help me? And then Judy is very nice, and also the careers and employability center, they are very nice. They provide me a lot of information and resources for me to search different kinds of roles, and also the industry, and also and also give me some advice on my CV and cover letter. And I remember before my internship interview, Judy came have a mock interview with me, and then to remind me different tips of interviewing. And I think this is such a great. I really appreciate the support from the business school. And after I get my and then I get my internship, and because I got the message from the business school and some employer is in hiring, and then after I get this message, I call the employer directly, and he was so impressed by I call them directly. So so I definitely appreciate the news and the resources from the business school. And after my internship, and then I need to come to find my permanent position again. So during my master's year, because I have done some kinds of speaking as well, and also join many different events, so I know many lecturers or friends in the business school. And finally I come up with an unlisted job news from the business school, and then so now lead to my permanent job. And I feel very appreciate, and I feel very grateful that I have known so many nice and kind people in the business school. And that definitely helped with my career.
Excellent. And I think for all of you, your experiences have been quite different. So for you, Leah, for example, obviously you had your study abroad semester that you've done. Do you think that sort of helped you when it came to working in your placement?
Yeah, I would definitely agree that even going back before then, that the global network that you just build within the business school helps to prepare you for all of the opportunities that you can take. So I did my study abroad in Canada at the University of Guelph in my second year. And that was such a great opportunity, because you go from like in first year and your first half of second year being like in a global network still. But for me personally, like there was a lot of just like local students and students from Lincoln, and like a few international students. But going from that situation to then being the international student when you're abroad is a total culture shock. And there's so many different things that you don't know can even be like different, from even just the weather and the learning opportunities is just so different. Going from that into my placement year, because I'm an international tourism management student, I did my placement year in Park Plaza Hotels in London. And obviously working in a hotel, you're dealing with a massive global network every day, from your colleagues to every guest that walks in and out of the building. So yeah, having that behind us and like knowing how to approach people from different cultures and talk to them and communicate, it's been such a big help. And yeah, I'm hopefully going to take that forward into another career in a hotel after this year.
It's really interesting because obviously you've all had the experience of being an international student from a different perspective, and I think that, you know, getting that information from you all about how that feels and being able to take that into the workplace is amazing. Like being able to know how to talk to people, and I mean, I know you all quite well, and obviously I know that you're all very easy to talk to and very approachable, but listening to how that translates into your employment is really interesting. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I think we've got a couple of questions coming up. Okay, so I'll let you all answer that.
I think Judy, just to add up to the first question, and also to add to what Karine also said. You know, like based on the experiences that I got from you know, being from the cultural, you know, like understanding of the cultural similarities and stuff, and also helping me to build understanding of how different people operate. You know, I became the PGT officer, and the post PGT officer, you know, I had a deal with another university to be their global ambassador. So they put me on their billboards, and you know, I had a negotiation with another institutions for the university. So I believe, you know, all these things, it's as a result of the cultural understanding that I had from the LIMS, from Lincoln International Business School. So it helped to shape the way I understand things and the way I approach things. So now I approach things more like in a professional manner, you know, in the kind of like in the team building, in like excellent communication skills. All these things are as a result of what we've learned from the global experience team. So excellent. I think it's quite good, and you know, it will help shape, you know, some of the way we think and also the way we understand, we approach things.
Excellent. And Jacob, Emma's just asked a question of so why did you choose Lincoln as a city to study in?
You know, first of all, you know, Lincoln, they have this historic culture, the cathedral, you know, the position of the university, the location wise, and you know, in terms of getting the peace of mind, the Lincoln is also a very modern school, and you know, their facilities are also great, their libraries are also excellent, and the technology that they've infused into their facility makes it an excellent place to also study. Because you know, I could have chose a lot of schools. I had 3 different schools to go to, but I decided to pick Lincoln because of how their facilities are, their teaching and experiences are, and also the last thing is how approachable and friendly the lecturers are. Because I quite remember, I can just walk in any lecture, ask for advice, talk to them, and they are freely and they are comfortable to talk to you. They can give you advice at any time. My CV, I had the experience team to help me check on my CV. They check, you know, every time I wanted to do another, like, you know, further my education and all this kind of stuff. They are always there to always give you the assistance, the necessary assistance. And finally, to add up to it, even when I was doing my dissertation, you know, I had difficulty because it was in the COVID situation, and getting access to students to fill my survey was a big challenge. But the international team also came in, the global experience team, they came in and they helped me, and I was able to get more than 100 students to fill the survey within a short period. So I believe, you know, all these things explains how robust and friendly the lecturers and all the teams and every worker and every staff in the University of Lincoln are. Thank you.
Excellent. I think it's really hard because obviously I could go into a huge amount of information about why you should choose Lincoln, but obviously for you it's really interesting to hear why you chose Lincoln. What about for you, Leah and Corinne?
I think for me personally, the main reason that I chose Lincoln because it is a campus-based university, and it just builds on the sense of community that I feel when I walk around the uni. All of the buildings is so modern, as Jacob said. and everything's just so easy to use, and all of the services, they're not hard to see. Like in most buildings that you go into, you can see exactly what they're there for, what services they provide. There's so many open study spaces, and it just feels so welcoming. And the city itself is just so beautiful. Like I'm from Sunderland, and it's just such a big difference, like how cultural it is, and the high street and everything. It's just amazing, especially at Christmas. And it's so sad that we don't get to have Christmas market this year, but hopefully in the future it'll be back. And yeah, it's just gorgeous.
Hopefully. And what about for you, Corinne? Obviously from a completely different perspective, because you're from quite a large city, are you not?
Yeah, yeah, I was going to say, so the reason why I choose Lincoln, the first is because my uncle is near here. It's in Scotland. Yeah, and when I actually come here, I feel that this is compared to a large city like London, Manchester. I think Lincoln is a very good place for us to actually focus on study, and then not many other things. I think this year for me is that because I was growing up in a big city environment, and when I came to a small city, I feel like that I have more time focused on my study. And also, I think Lincoln, the living expense is not as high as other big city. And I remember that my friend said she rent a room in London is like 700, 800 a month, and like literally in Lincoln you can just rent it like 300 to 400 a month. So this is such a great benefit for students, especially we don't have much income during our studying year. So yeah, I think this is And thirdly is that I really like Lincoln because this is a very convenient city. You can walk to many places, you can go shopping, you can go to restaurants, and then you can go to pub to meet your friends, to go to cafe. Everything is very convenient. Yeah. So, and fourthly is that this is a very beautiful city, especially the castle, the cathedral, and it has many historic heritage as well. Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think that's the thing. It's beautiful. It's a lovely campus to walk onto with where you've got all the boats and the Brayford. It's just beautiful. I think Corinne, there's a question here for you.
So your study job, could you tell us what job you are doing? Did your Lincoln degree? Oh, absolutely. So I was working as a marketing consultant in a company, and marketing consultant in a company, and then this company, they are helping the manufacturing things to make the technology to helping the manufacturing to increase their efficiency. So we work with clients like whiskey, Baileys, like alcohol, quite a lot of
my favorite ones.
And also some foods as well, like fish fingers and yogurt. Yeah. And I really enjoy it, my job. And my degree, so I'm studying MSc Event Management, but during my event management course, degree, I have a digital marketing course. And so I have gained a lot of knowledge from my module. And also when we're doing the event, we need to plan the operation and finance and marketing. And I'm the marketing people in our group when holding our event. So I have definitely grown a lot of knowledge of my digital marketing. And also, apart from my degree, I also joined the Digital Student Ambassador Group. I think this is such a great place for me to use my theory to practical, because I have learned the digital marketing knowledge, and then I used it, implemented in this DSAG group, Digital Student Ambassador Group. So I definitely think that Lincoln degree have helped me achieve this job. Yeah.
And actually following on from that, so while you were sort of saying about the things that have helped you, your degree always helps you to gain sort of the jobs that you want. I think what's really interesting is the things that you all are quite proactive students, and all of the extra things that you've chosen to do, those extra opportunities, have really sort of enhanced your experience. And I mean, for you, Corinne, obviously working with, I know you worked with Chang, for example, on the digital group. that must have really enhanced your knowledge base of not only going into that area, but understanding what you really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's
Actually,
really interesting. Yeah.
yeah, totally agree. And I think this kind of experience can help, like you said, like I definitely reflect on my career choice because of the COVID circumstances as well. So the events industry now is not very good at the moment due to some health and safety. So why not? So during my this year experience, I have expand my other choice of career like marketing role for me. So this definitely helped me. Yeah.
And do you think that for all of you, taking on these sort of opportunities beyond the classroom, do you think that's helped you in terms of the adaptability that you've had to take on during this period, during the sort of period of COVID?
Yeah, I think in my case, for instance, I quite remember like we went for cooking competition, we went for different competition, and like based on this kind of stuff, it really exposed me to some institutions in Ghana, and I quite remember I had a interview with some of the companies, some of the radio, and big platform. And all these things is as a result because initially, I'm somebody who doesn't speak a lot, like I'm kind of shy when I'm talking, but at least with the exposure that and all the kind of things that I've learned outside the classroom, it has really given me that confidence enough to to express myself and also to approach things differently. So I believe, yeah, I think it's one of the key elements that, and I've won about 2 awards as a result of the extra activities that I've been doing. So it's fun.
Yeah, and actually Jacob's being very modest here. So Jacob has appeared on some huge billboards back in his home country, and all of these things. I've sort of seen you grow as students, all of you, just during that sort of period of time of not just through your degree, but all of the other things you've taken part in. Do you feel like it's the same for you, Leah and Corinne, in terms of, do you feel like it's really enhanced your experience, all these other opportunities that you've had?
Yeah, definitely. Like I couldn't imagine of just coming to uni and doing 3 years and that be it. Like I've had such an amazing time. And there's so many highlights and memories that I've created, not just with other students, but with the staff as well. Like on one of the trips that I went on was Destination India last year. So there was 6 students when we went out to the WE School, which is a management school in Mumbai, along with 2 other lecturers. And we had a week there going to the WE School and having lectures from their lecturers. And we also had a student buddy all week. So learning to learn from their perspective and communicate with the buddies. And also they showed us their student life, and they took us to this cafe, which was a really popular place that students went for lunch. And we literally ate lunch off of a banana leaf, which was just crazy. And the lifestyle out there and everything is just so positive, and their drive to work and succeed is really overwhelming, and it's really motivating as a student who's obviously not from there to see. So yeah, seeing other people's attitudes and work ethic from all over the world is really motivating, and it does push you to succeed.
Absolutely. And I think for you, Corinne, so Corinne had always been very, she's done some things like TED Talks at the university, and she's been very inspiring to a lot of other students through all of the things she's taken part in. Do you feel like that's really sort of enhanced your experience? I mean, I think you're quite confident as a person anyway, but do you feel like that's enhanced your experience of your education, but also enhanced your experience of what you can do in the future and your adaptability?
Yeah, definitely. So I think Jacob has mentioned a point of confidence. I think this is a very important point, especially as an international student. When I first came here, I was quite shy to talk to people, and then the British people. I think the people here speak quite fast.
Yes.
Yeah, so at the very first beginning, I can't like be brave enough to talk to people like randomly, but now I think I can. So I think during my these years of master study, like I have joined many events and also know a lot of people. So this some kind of help me to know more about the British culture, and then also to expand my networking in the UK, to know more people, talk to more people, and there are always people that like to help you. So this confidence and this communication, like it's definitely boost my I think it's definitely improve my adaptability when I work in the UK. Yeah, so yeah, and also I think in terms of adaptability, quite difficult to pronounce. And I think like to know, yeah, as I say, networking and communication, and then the third thing is culture. Yeah, know more about the British culture, know their working mode, and and also yeah, and also my skills, like different skills, hard skills such as like digital skills, as I just said, that work in many marketing thing and digital events, and also events, my degree, and also my soft skills like interpersonal skills to, for example, like to persuade people something or to encourage people. Oh, I remember I have made quite a lot of speaking or videos during the COVID to inspire people or encourage people to adapt to the COVID situation. So I think at one point I like encourage people, and then maybe inspire people how they can adapt to the COVID situation. On the other hand, when I deliver this kind of content, and me myself have also improved my adaptability to the COVID situation as well. Yeah.
I think what's really interesting is that when you all talk about your experiences, is that you have what we've sort of have within the business school is such a lovely student community where you all really look after each other, and what's been really lovely to see is how even during the period of lockdown where we couldn't physically see each other, we were still in contact. So we would have our coffee and chats, and you know, when we could, we would have our socially distanced picnics where Jacob would cook food for us all. And you know, I think having that lovely sense of community comes from those experiences that we can offer you outside of the classroom. So I think all of you have taken part in the global certificate, and I think for us that's been really interesting to see you really reflecting on your experiences, and it's always really interesting for the global certificate where you write your reflections, for us reading them and you looking at how it's helped you is tremendous for us. And do you feel like that sort of reflection really helps you in terms of, say, for writing your personal statements for work or enhancing your CV? Have you found that it's really helped you within those areas?
Yeah, I think yeah, to me, like 100%, because you see, to bring up to the global certificate, you know, like we had this trip to, like, you know, cultural site. So it built that kind of description analysis, you know. So when I was writing my you know, like doing my research, you know, I had to inculcate some of this descriptive skills, you know, and you know, like all this kind of stuff, like the writings and all the write-ups. I'm trying to you know, write something that, you know, like, because after every event we need to write how the event, how it went, and how it impacted, like, on us. So you know, I really took time to go through all those kind of stuff. So it's really built upon what I've already known about this descriptive writing, and it was an excellent approach. Also, to add up to some of the other stuff, you know, like the awards, for instance, you know, like you sometimes you just put it everywhere, and you feel proud that okay, you know, I participated on some of this event, and I also won the award. Then the last thing to add up to, you know, when I came here, I'm somebody that I don't know how to cook, but you know, because because we're involved in this kind of events like Taste of Home and all this kind of stuff, I need to always learn something new so I can also show it to my friends during some of our meetings, the virtual meetings. And it has really impacted me. So because now I know how to cook so well, and I can also explain it to somebody. And like it's kind of a community that now Lincoln is more like a family. That is what I always tell my friends. And Lint is more like getting access to calling everyone that you feel like calling, and always getting something new to impact your life.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. And I've got to say that for me, obviously, being part of that community and being able to connect with you all and being able to offer you all these opportunities and experiences is fantastic for me. And I can thank you for that all as well. And really just to say thank you so much for taking part today. And it's really interesting to hear all your different perspectives on your experiences within the business school. And just thank you so much for taking part. And really good luck for the future. I know obviously for you, Corinne, and you, Jacob, we're still in touch. We will remain in touch. And any time I can help you, even as alumni, we will do that. The Global Experiences team in Libs are always there for that. And for you, Leah, obviously, we're going to keep clinging on to you and making sure you take part in as many things as possible. But thank you so much for today, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good opportunity.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Same to you too. Bye.